evening on, actually it's night, it's like 9 o'clock. I am baking because I've got the knack, I got the, what's the word, I've got like the pull to bake right now. So I'm going to make some gluten-free crackers like I always do. So I'm going to put the recipe over here or else down below. And it's easy. It's simple, simple, simple. 1 3/4 cup of non-gluten flour. 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I use Himalayan salt. 1 teaspoon of baking soda, or not baking soda, baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 3/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. 1 3/4 cup of non-gluten flour. 1/3 cup of virgin olive oil. 1/2 cup of water, and then any spices at all that you want. So apparently non-gluten flour has a hard time to stick together, and so you have to add something to that. And they said chia seeds work, but I've also put in flaxseed. So I put in flaxseed because I want a little bit of crisp to the crackers. So I've made a few balls of it, and I've got to get it so it feels elastic, kind of like rubbery, and I just do that by just like squishing it in my hands. Sometimes it helps to put it in the fridge for like an hour or so, and I might do that if it doesn't work out, but I think I've pretty well got it. So I'm going to roll some out and I'll show you what that looks like shortly. So I'm having a bit of a time with this dough because it is a new type of gluten-free flour that I'm using. I bought it from the East Indian store, and it is it's an amazing flour. It's non-gluten, no preservatives, organic, gluten-free, multi-grain flour. Okay, so multi-grain, it's actually going to hold together better, and I have put some flax seeds in it. I think these are flax seeds. Yeah, so organic flaxseed, so that's going to help hold it together. So, you know, I'm a little tired. I did a lot of exercising today, and I did a lot of cleaning today. And so, you know, I had a little bit of craving, and I thought, well, tomorrow, if I make some soup, some homemade soup, I was thinking of making chicken noodle soup, homemade. I want some crackers with it, and I will not buy the white crackers, so these are going to have to suffice. So I've got them cut, they're in the oven, and this is what the dough looks like. But you have to literally, like, you got to make it rubbery, right? So you can add a little bit of water to it if you need to, and put a little bit of flour down on the table or wherever it is that you're rolling it. So that helps. Like I said, it does break apart quite easily, and that's because it doesn't have gluten in it, right? So I'm going to bring you over, I'm going to show you how that works. So you see how the bread kind of the dough gets like cracks in it? Like that? So that's what happens when it doesn't have gluten in it. It literally, it like splits apart, right? So you got to just continuously push it together. But these are going to be amazing. I have a tray of them in the fridge right now, or in the stove right now. So, so the first part's almost done. I think the next batch that I do, I'm going to do chili flakes, because I also like hot spices. So. The thinner you can cut it, the better, because then they will be crispier. So, and if you don't want to deal with the fact that you got to cut them, what you can do is you can make bark crackers, and that's basically where you just roll it out and you break off little pieces and put it in the and cook it like that, and it kind of looks like bark. Yeah. So it's not uniform. It's not fancy, it's frugal. Not fancy at all. It's frugal. But these are the kind of crackers that you pay big money for in the store. So if you don't want to roll it, you can just put it in like that. It's a cracker. Nobody cares what it looks like. You know? I'm doing it just to be uniform. Just because. And the thinner it is, the better. So, you know, if you can roll it really thin, roll it thin. Okay, I'll be right back. Actually, looks like you can see it's got, I think they are flax seeds in. It's going to give it a little bit of crisp. But you have to be leery with using non-gluten flour because you have to put something in that's going to hold it together. When you use gluten or bread that has gluten in it, it glue, right? It holds it together. But without the gluten, and I'm using non-gluten flour, you have to put something extra in. So I put flax seeds, I put an awful lot of spices, oregano, basil, I put Himalayan salt. So this is what it's going to look like. You can see it's got the little seeds in it. And then I'm going to put it on parchment paper. I'm going to put it on some parchment paper. So it's going to take a while for these because it's non-gluten. It has it's hard to get it rolled out. So I'm only able to do a few at a time, but the effort is worth the result because I don't get the inflammation from it. So, and these are going to be really crispy. Now, it has a tendency, like it literally will fall apart, right? Because it doesn't have gluten in it. So you have to like really, what's the word? I was going to say massage. You have to really knead it together. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I've got flour all over me because I can't find my apron. Anyway, so I'm going to roll this up and I'm going to put it on the parchment paper, put it in the oven, and then I'll show you what it's like when it's done. Now you'll have to excuse me because it is evening, and yeah, so it is what it is. I'll be right back. I don't know, the lighting's not the greatest in here, but they're crispy. They've got herbs in it, spices in it, and flaxseed. So they're healthy and non-gluten. So I'm not going to be having a snack of them tonight. I've tasted them and that's about it because it's too late in the evening, and they're going to be for tomorrow when I make my big pot of soup. So I shall see you in the next video, the good Lord be willing, and I'm going to finish baking my gluten-free crackers, and I'm telling you, they are amazing. What else you can do is if you have organic honey on your last, when you put them back in the oven after you've cut them, and they're just a little bit crisp, you take the organic honey and you use one of these little, I don't know what, your brush I got from Dollar Store, and you just brush some organic honey on and then put them in the oven, and they are amazing when they come out. They have just that right amount of crunch, but they're sweet, so they're really, really tasty. So I suggest you try it because you know what, they're really good. Okay, see you next video. Bye. Good Lord be well.